also with a catch. One flick goes nowhere. And Dignitas, for the first time this season, Stizzy, for the first time in his career, and apparently Jack, for the first time in Europe since doing it alongside Jorias, win.
Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another regional recap. Got a squeaky microphone, I don't know if you can hear that, but welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the recent regional that's happened this weekend. Of course, massive spoilers already in the title and thumbnail. We did win this regional, which I am going to be the most... I'm so happy is what I mean. I'm going to be very happy. You're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to be smiling a lot and talking about this because I still almost can't believe it. In all honesty, we had such a great weekend. And yeah, we're going to be talking about that today and discussing our results, the teams we played, maybe a couple of the other results in the other teams, but who knows. And yeah, let's get straight into this one. In the background, we are watching the semi-finals, game number 6, the game that we won to go to the grand finals. So we're not going to be really looking at the game. I will point out a few plays because I played absolutely insane in the semis and the grand finals, and I made some really nice plays that were so close to being peak. Genuinely, some of my best goals in RCS. I think 2 in this one game. Actually, no, there's 1 in this game and then 1 in the next one. But so I'll just pause those and talk about them briefly. But let's start off at the beginning of the tournament because it was a disaster, okay? This was a long weekend. This was a very long weekend. We lost our first series of the tournament. And in this format, you only get 2 lives. Well, you only get what? Yeah, you get 2 lives. If you lose once, you're on the ass life kind of thing, right? And so losing our first series put us in a terrible spot. If you guys don't know how it works, it's top 16 double elimination in the group stage, and then you move on to the top 8, and it's still kind of the same double elimination that was going on previously. And we played our first series against Fast Forward. This is Compact, HB, and Growly. And not Compact. This is Growly, HB, and Mike Boy. Okay. Compact used to be on the team. I apologize. Anyway, so we played these guys first round. We played them in the previous regional, and we were very confident against these guys, of course. Naturally, we 4-0'd them in the previous regional. It was very comfortable. And they're a good team. They can play well when they're on. But we knew we're better, of course, and we should be moving through. We had a very nice bracket again in this regional. Thank you to the Rocket League gods. We didn't take advantage of it this time. We made it hard on ourselves, but we did have a very nice bracket in this regional. And yeah, we didn't capitalize. We dropped the first series 3-1. I think Growly played an incredible series. In all honesty, I think he was offensively a top tier player in that series. I think he was really good. And we were just playing horrifically. I mean, we were double committing on balls that were going into our corner for open nets. It was a mess. We were playing really bad individually. As a team, it wasn't any better whatsoever, if not worse. So it wasn't good. Simple as that. We know that we have to collect ourselves. We know that we have to move on. We had a talk and we had, some things to fix. And going into the next series, we're playing against a team called, I think they were called Smoky Bacon Association. I think that's the team name. I'm pretty sure that is Metane, Smokes, and Compact. There he is. There he's on this team, not the last one. So yeah, we play these guys. We win 3-1, and it actually was a fairly close series, a closer series than we would have liked it to have been against a team that were definitely a lot better than. We just still weren't playing great. Okay, we won game 1, we dropped game 2, we win game 3 fairly comfortably, and then game 4 was close. We won it in overtime. And moving on to the next series, we're playing against Ninjas in Pajamas. Because they just lost to KC. So we made it really hard on ourselves, and we made it even harder on Ninjas because they ended up losing this series, of course, to us and lost against KC and Dig, who were the 2 finalists in the tournament. So we were very happy with... Look at this peak shot. Bro, if I scored this, dude... Oh my god. Really quickly. A pre-jump to get it past 1 with the reset. The second touch over the next guy for the reset again. Oh my god, it was close, but I trolled the final shot. Anyway, so playing Nip, this was going to be a tough match, but I was actually quite glad we're very confident against Ninjas and Pajamas. We think we're a better team, you know, and they are good, but at least that allows us to have a little bit of like push to play well, which sounds stupid. And it's not in the sense that like, oh, we're just not focused when we're playing against lesser teams. But of course, this is the same in sports and in games, in competition. You are more focused when you're playing against higher level competition. It's just how it works, right? And so I was actually quite happy with this, just considering how we were playing against these lower teams, that I was actually quite happy we had a very top tier team to play against. So even though it was just for top 8, this was going to be better qualifying through this way than qualifying through the upper bracket like we would have actually wanted to at the start of the day. It would have been better to qualify how we did against NIP, because it would have meant knocking them out, and they're our direct competition to make the major, or one of our direct competitors to make the major. So it was absolutely incredible to be able to knock these guys out. This was a great series from us. In all honesty, I thought we played great. I saw a couple comments saying it was a messy series. I actually thought it was a good series. I thought we played really, really well, and we were just the better team in the end. We threw game 2. We should have honestly won game 2. We threw with like 50 seconds left. A really bad mistake. But then they threw game 4 with like 15 seconds left. They conceded twice, and then we won in overtime off of a 1v1 from me. So we move on to the top 8. This is where the series ends against Vitality. We move on to the grand finals later on in this series. I'm just going to take a small break to swap to the KC game number 6. Really quickly, guys, if you are enjoying the content so far, please do consider dropping a like and a sub to the channel. It really helps out more than you know, and it takes around 2 seconds to do. So do consider doing that. Check out all my other socials. Links are in the description, including my coaching at the next rank. Let's get into the next game. Okay, so this is game 6, like I said, of the grand finals against KC. And yeah, this will be in the background as I talk about our following series. So we move on to the top 8 against NIP. We knock them out, which is absolutely insane for major kind of results. Just they would need a really insane placement in the last regional, top 1, top 2, probably just top 1 to qualify. So this was a great result for us to knock them out. Next series we play against CLNT. CLNT are a lower team, of course a good team, but we should be beating them. We did beat them 4-1. This series there's not much to talk about. We played well in game 1. We had a small blip in game 2 where we did hold most of the pressure, but just conceded a goal, couldn't score. And then the rest of the series we were winning the games by 3 goals and stuff like that. So it was a 4-1. We move on to a top 6 against the loser of Gentlemates versus KC. KC do beat them, so we played Gentlemates for top 4. This is a huge match, of course. Everyone knows in the team without saying it to each other. I mean, we did say, like, this is very important, but everyone knows it. You know, the winner of this match is just in a great, great spot for the major over the team that lost, because it's just a 2-point gap. It's just a 2-point gap, not only over that team, but probably over GK, who you're going to presume is going to lose against KC in their top 4 match. Look at this catch, by the way. What a catch. I should have gone for the reset, I think, here. I've been working on these types of plays, and I've actually been hitting them consistently in RCS. This is my 3rd one now in RCS. I haven't scored off... Oh, I have scored off one. I have scored off one. It wasn't as clean of a catch as this, but it was still pretty clean. But the other one I had was really clean. Didn't score off it, but this one didn't as well. So I need to work on the final kind of closing moments of the shot. But the catch, I'm getting there with that. It's really nice. And yeah, I'm glad to see it taking a massive spot in helping my game. But anyway, we're playing against Gentlemates, okay? So big series. I start off the series really strong. I honestly was, without sounding egotistical, I felt like I was controlling the game for the first like 3 games, and we do win 2 of those games. We got up 2-1 in the series, and in all honesty, I started playing really badly. I started playing for some reason really badly. Maybe a little bit of just, I don't know. We had a pause, which maybe affected the momentum a little bit. It took around like 3 to 5 minutes, so small things here and there, but I was just not making the same plays, and it wasn't falling to me as it was in the first few games. And sometimes that's how it is. Luckily, my teammates stepped up big. I wasn't absolutely terrible, but I just wasn't, you know, controlling it like I felt like I was at the start. My teammates stepped up big. Stizzy in particular was playing a great series from start to end, and we find ourselves 3-2 down still, even at that. They were playing really well, Gentlemates. They're a great team, and Juicy in particular was playing absolutely incredible. And yeah, yeah, 3-2 down. We go 1-0 down in game 6, but we hold our kind of nerve and we hold our composure and we bring it back 2-2 overtime in game 6 and we win that game 6 overtime. We move on to game 7. We do concede first in game 7 against Gentlemates for top 4. We clean it up. We get 2 goals. We hold out the lead. Simple as that. So it was a really tough series, a very long series. It felt like it took like an hour. I think it did. It felt very long just because there was a couple of overtimes. There was a pause that took about 5 minutes. It was draining, okay? But a really, really big win. Okay, so we move on to top 4 and we're playing against Vitality. Vitality are a team that we're very confident against. They're obviously a great team. But we know that they do have their areas that they struggle with, like every team, of course. And we're confident that those areas that they struggle with are areas that we can do well. And so we do play them. The Vitality series was honestly one of my best series I've ever played. Really, it might be... honestly, the Vitality semifinals and this KC Grand Finals is 2 of my best series that I've ever played. Which, yeah, I don't like to, you know, kind of big myself up too much too often, but I'm really proud of it and really happy to show that level because I know that I can play at that level and be able to play at a truly top tier level in RCS again is great because I'm always there. I'm always there. You know, I've made the last, I think, like 11 or so in RCS lands. Like I'm always, you know, right there competing, but I haven't won a regional actually in over a year, which is kind of down to the format of how long of a break there was, of course, after the season and stuff like that. But yeah, it has been a year since I've won a regional. It was Spring Split last season with Gen G, FK, and Chronic. In regional 1 of that, not Spring Split, Split 2 is what it's called. Yeah, Split 2 of regional 1. So it's been a long time. I've made grand finals since then and stuff, but you know, not one. And so it's really nice to be able to show that level. So yeah, the Vitality series was a really good level by me. We win the first 2 games, of course, by my whole team. I don't mean to, you know, disclude them. Let me swap to game 7 really quickly. But yeah, we win the first 2 games. They bring it back and tie us at 2-2, and we play a really nice game 5. No mistake. Obviously mistakes were happening, but no goals. No mistakes that led to goals. And we close them out, and we win game 7. A great game 7. A great game 6. Sorry, not game 7. A great game 6, and we win in overtime. You know, I score that goal, and we move on to the grand finals. Grand finals in this type of format is huge for Major. Of course, every extra point you get is massive for Major and Worlds implications, and of course when you reach the really high levels of like semi-finals and grand finals, the difference in winning an extra match gives you more points than winning the previous round, if that makes sense. So getting to the grand finals is a massive step. Winning the regional is a huge step. Winning a regional compared to getting second in the regional is an extra point equal of an extra top 6 in a regional. So, you know, it's massive. We get, I think it was, I don't even know how many, is it 18 points for winning the regional? And I think you get 12 for getting second. And yeah, you get 6 for a top 6. So it's equal to a top 6, the difference between winning and second place, which is insane. We play a great grand final. KC play a great grand final. I thought this was a good series. Of course, KC are the best in the world. I'm sure they could have played better. But I still thought they played well. Of course, I'm going to say that because, you know, it looks better for us if they played well. But I thought it was a good series. We all played very, very well. Massive shout-outs to my teammates. Of course, Stizzy played insane. Offensively, especially. If offensively, he played incredibly. Yoris was absolutely incredible, especially defensively. He was really good. And this is the best level I've shown in I don't think ever, because I think in, you know, a couple years back, or, you know, 2.5 years ago when I won the major, I felt like I was just so good. But I feel like this is the closest to that level that I've hit since by far, actually. So really, really happy with our level as a team, my level individually, Yoris and Stizzy's level as individuals. Stizzy's first regional win, massive congrats to him. Hopefully we can get more together. Joris's, first big result and regional win, and since, well, 2.5 years ago in the first regional of the split that I was just talking about, in 22-23. So it's been a long time for him. And yeah, we're playing great. The team's doing really well. Panda, of course, a crazy coach. I feel like I am playing my best. I feel like I've been playing really well this season. Really well, in all honesty. Apart from Regional 1 of the season, I didn't think I played well in Regional 1 of the season, right, a few months ago. Since then, I thought I played well in Regional 2, thought I played well in Regional 3, thought I played well at the Major, thought I played well last Regional, and this Regional has been my best performance in maybe even ever. So, yeah, being coached by Panda, he's just doing an incredible job. It's a new thing to learn every day, it feels like, and that's refreshing. It's so refreshing. I'm so happy with these guys. So yeah, I'm smiling. I can't keep it hidden. I'm extremely ecstatic. I think the important thing to note is that it's not the end goal. Of course, it's a massive goal, a massive step, but the end goal is to win a LAN, of course, and to have great placements at LANs. So, we still have to keep on working hard. And the goal is to replicate these results, not even just the LANs, replicate these regional wins and stuff like that. So we have a long way to go to get to that level of consistency, but this is a massive start. A really great shot by Joris. A nice pass by me over to him. A great shot by Joris. There's not many players, when their shooting is on, that you want to pass the ball to more than Joris, honestly. Like, his shooting is, when it's on, is top corner every time, and he did it right there to give us the final goal of the regional. We get a little fortunate with every great result. You have to get a little lucky. I've always said that, like, with every bit of success, you do have to get a bit lucky, and this is where our luck comes from here. Atao does get the save on Drali's shot, which was going in without Atao's touch, and that's come from the bump from Joris after he got demoed. So fortunate, but doesn't take away, of course, it was a very good game, a very good series, and in my opinion, a very deserved regional win. We work hard. We do work hard. We work hard. I'm not gonna speak too much about it, of course, but this team is great. This team is absolutely great. Final minute of this regional, we're just trying to play exactly how we have done, pre-jump in, challenges. Great challenge here. Got the reset off it, which allows me to dunk the second guy to take 2 out. I think that's one massive thing of this regional that I need to keep up, was my consistency in, like, 50s in the air. I'm sure I did, but I feel like I just don't remember losing an aerial 50 in the last day. It felt like. So that was absolutely insane. Yeah, just still chasing demos, really demo heavy regional, of course, by us, and in this last 30 seconds still trying to keep up that same style that we have done the whole tournament. We do beat Drali here to take another play out. Stizzy fake challenges to give Joris a little bit of an easier time challenging this ball. Stizzy turns for Joris, does fake challenge again, goes backboard to cover Drali's shot. We get a touch. I go for their corner boost on like 10 seconds left. I'm just going to go for the corner boost because that's what I would have done in any other part of this game. So I was trying not to change the style too much, get the read. I thought we just have this down here, but it does stay up. Drali touches to the corner, full boost. Joris challenges him in the air. Atao catches this ball. Stizzy does fake it. Atao can't get the flick. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because we're behind and there would have been no kind of danger. So yeah, we do win the regional from this moment. So really insane weekend. I am extremely happy. But of course, yeah, not the end of the season. Long way to go, and we're steadily improving. That's the really nice thing. We are steadily improving every single event, and I mean at every single event. Like I don't like to look at too many comments, especially after big wins and big losses. I don't like to look too much. But naturally, of course, you're going to see things with being how involved in the scene as I am with social media and content and stuff like that. And, I saw some stuff like, Dig had a bad major. And I was like, what the? we had a great major. Like with how we played really well. Our bracket was hard. Our bracket was very hard. Our performance in the games was truly good. And so like we've been improving at every single event. Regional 1 of the season, we weren't great. Regional 2, we were really good. Regional 3, we were good. Major, I thought we played really, really well. It came down to some really small moments that we can fix and have done right now, fixed as of now at least. And so we've been steadily improving. You know, last regional was pretty decent. We got a win over GK, which we haven't done this season, which was important for us to finally kind of cross that line. And then this regional improved once again and got that win over KC and showed some more really top tier wins over, you know, Nip, Jumpmates and Vitality. So, you know, steadily improving. It's a really nice feeling. We're gonna have to just kind of keep that focus up and not think that it's, you know, gonna be easy from here, because it's easier getting to the top level and getting to a top tier result than it is staying there and replicating those results. So yeah, we'll have to keep on working hard and keep on pushing. But guys, thank you all for the support. I see every comment. And all the general support that we get is massive, and it does help the team out. It helps us feel like a team. It helps us feel like we're playing for something, you know, other than ourselves. Which of course, you know, we'd still try just as hard if we didn't have that support. But with it does help us and makes us play better. So if you can keep on giving it to us and yeah, supporting us, and we'll be good. All right, boys, we are going to finish there. Other than that, not much to say. Great weekend. Not much to talk about in terms of mistakes, apart from a few here and there in the maybe Germate series and in the first series of the weekend. Apart from that, it was really, really top level. So yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you watching. If you have enjoyed, be sure to drop a like. Be sure to drop a sub. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.